What's up everyone, it's a knife side here, and today I'm going to be doing a video talking about how to fix the choil area on your Spyderco knives. So if you're not familiar with this problem, basically on a bunch of Spyderco's knives from the factory, they do not sharpen their knives all the way to the very back of that plunge. And you might just be like, okay, why don't you just fix it yourself on your stone? And you can try, but the issue that you run into is they are sharpening this on like a very high speed machine, so they are removing a decent amount of material, and what that does is you're not going to reasonably be able to remove the same amount of material just on one diamond stone, for example. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to fix this issue right here, and this one that hasn't been fixed, and this is a Manix 2 right here that I just fixed using the method that I'm going to show you. So as you can see, it's sharpened all the way back to there. It is completely flat, and I'll be honest, it looks like a pretty nice edge on there. And the knife that I'm going to be doing it with is this Native Chief. So as you can see, you might be like, oh, did you already fix it? No, I didn't, because as you can see, there is a high spot right about there. Towards the very back, because they removed more metal here from the factory than they did all the way back there. So that's why you can't really just sharpen it out. And another issue with this is, as you might be able to tell that there is that vertical factory scratches right there. That's because due to that high spot, when I'm sharpening like this, I'm not able to hit the metal in this area, and I'm just hitting towards the very back and towards right here. So that is the issues that come with it from the factory. And one thing that you can do is you can honestly just do this a little bit every time you sharpen the knife and not remove more metal than is really necessary. But you're really not removing that much metal, so I'm just going to show you this now. I guess because I'm a little bit impatient, but honestly, what I'm planning on doing with this military is just fixing it a little bit every single time I sharpen. So let's get into the process of me showing you guys how to do this. Alright, so we are here at the sharpening station, I guess you could call it that. And so I got my stone set up here. This is the Spyderco medium ceramic bench stone, and then I have it sitting vertically in my little stone holder here, just because I want to directly target this area, and so I'm not removing a bunch of steel up here, because technically if you're removing the same steel all the way throughout the knife, you're not really going to fix the problem at hand. So I'm going to try and use this dish soap and water on here. Don't know how well it will work. I might just put a little on my finger and then do that. Yeah, that works. So I just want to warn you about the noise. It's very, very bad and very, very hurtful to your ears. And yeah, so I'll probably show a little bit of this, but yeah, if you got headphones in, turn down the volume or just take them out. And oh, this always makes me cringe. Alright, this is not the best camera angle in the world, but I feel like I need to show you guys this. You see how I have removed that metal there? There's almost a little bit of a difference. So hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt me. But yeah, there it is. So we got that spot flattened out a little bit, and now I'm just going to basically dull the rest of this edge. You know, I can do this right in front of you guys right here. Make this video even better. Very fun. And then we can get on to our sharpening of this. So let's get started on that. So there's one clarification I want to make. When you saw me show off that it was kind of like a stair-step effect on that blade, I ended up having to hit it more on my 600 grit diamond stone and basically completely flatten the whole thing out and remove all of that steel. You see me switch to my work sharp system there for a little bit in this time lapse, and that's because I felt like I needed a coarser grit than the 600 to get the job done, and it actually worked very well. All right, so what are my final conclusions on this? So as you saw in that last little clip that I showed you, not the sharpening one, but the one before it, you saw that it was a noticeable stair step going from like probably around here up. And I was thinking about that a little bit more just because I probably took a couple hours of a break from when I'm recording this, from when I finished sharpening. And I did the same thing, like I said earlier, with my Spy 27 Manix, and I didn't notice anything close to that. So I was thinking, well, how could that happen? Because technically S90V, it's a higher carbide steel, should be more wear resistant than Spy 27. And my thought is that that little part of the blade, it could have been fatigue steel on there. Because, I mean, I was not using very much pressure. I was not really pushing down that hard, and I wasn't doing it all that much. So that is actually really cool, and I probably got all of it off. You saw me run my knife across my diamond stone a little bit, but I had to actually do that a little bit more just because there was still that noticeable gap that I could feel with my finger. And after sharpening it and stropping it, I know no one really cares, but yeah, it's nice and sharp. It can push cut through this just fine. Really came up very nice, probably because it's such a low angle of a knife that I'm sharpening at, or at least it feels like it. I left it on 600 grit, but yeah, here's the finished product. I'm just gonna stop talking a little bit and show it off. And then let me show you my military, just to, you know, point out the difference once again. So now we are all the way back to the bottom of the plunge, and we're pretty much good for life with this knife. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. It turned out good. I did remove more steel than, you know, I thought I would, but I think that in the end, it was probably fatigue steel on there. Don't know that for sure. That's just my hypothesis, I guess I could say. And I believe this knife was 21 thousandths behind the edge from the factory. So let me just see if it's thickened up majorly. Oh wow, I just measured 16 thousandths. Well, I know it hasn't gotten thinner behind the edge. So, yeah, all right. I don't know how accurate my calipers are being right now, but I just measured 19 thousandths. So maybe it wasn't 21 thousandths behind the edge, and it just hasn't really thickened up at all. But yeah, that is going to do it for the video. I think that's all I gotta say. I actually just checked. I just got an email notification or a comment notification from one of you guys saying that they just subscribed to get me to 1,000 subs. So that's really cool. Expect a giveaway video in the future. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this process, leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one.